Hey guys, it's Sheila from CompletelyFlawless.com. This week, I'll be giving you my personal opinion on online makeup schools. Alright, so this is one of my #1 requested videos, and everyone always wants to know my advice as far as makeup schools are concerned. This week I'm going to talk about online makeup schools, but I will do a video later about your regular brick and mortar makeup schools. So personally for me, I didn't go to an online makeup school, and I really don't recommend going to an online makeup school. There are things that you definitely can learn from online, you can learn from video, but at some point you're going to have to put those things in practice. I think one thing that's very beneficial about going to a makeup artistry school or taking lessons from someone is that when you're working with a model, you can apply the makeup and have someone right there to show you what you're doing wrong and kind of critique you and give you that feedback that you're not going to get that from going to an online school. Also, a lot of the online schools that I did take a look at in doing some preparation for this video were around the same price as some brick and mortar makeup schools, and I just feel like for that amount of money, you know, you're not going to probably get the results that you want to get because you're not going to be able to work on actual, you're not going to work on actual people. So, you know, that's, I will say that I think that anything art related, especially anything that's evolving, I really feel that, you know, school will teach you the fundamentals, they'll teach you the basics, they'll teach you certain things, but as an artist, I think that you grow and evolve and you practice, and that's how you learn a lot of things, trial and error. I know for me personally, I have learned a lot of stuff just from taking lessons from other artists, shadowing, watching YouTube videos, just other ways outside of school. Once you finish school, your education, I really believe it just begins. But one thing I took away from school for me was that, I mean, I had an amazing instructor. I mean, there are instructors that are good and bad, you know, anywhere, but I had a fantabulous instructor, and he was of the philosophy that, you know, instead of just sitting there and, you know, just reading a book to us, he wanted to actually give us real life experiences. You know, so when else can you go and take over, you know, the Chanel Conrad? It was, you know, an amazing experience. You got to really learn and see how things actually really work outside of a book, because, you know, it's kind of like anything else. You know, when you go to school, it's great, you learn a lot of things, but, you know, sometimes it really takes someone who is in the trenches to kind of show you the ins and the outs, the things that people don't really tell you and talk about. And so that was great. I mean, he, you know, he went shopping with us to help us pick out things for our kit and things like that, and that was, you know, really amazing. So I would say, if anything, that, you know, if you can't afford to go to makeup artistry school or there's not one in your area, one thing I would suggest is find a makeup artist that you look up to that does the type of work that you want to do. Find them and see about taking lessons from them. A lot of professional makeup artists will do lessons. So don't be afraid to ask other artists for advice and different things. One artist that sticks out in my mind who was very, very nice was Jordan Liberty. Love his work. It's just to die for. And I would ask him questions. I would, you know, send him emails, and he would, you know, give me advice and different things like that. And you know, some people will take the time out to do that, some people won't. I know now he's, you know, he's launched his site and he has his book now, so it may not be the same, you know, for him. He may not have the time to do that now, but you know, if you find an artist that you really like their work, you know, ask them questions, you know, or see if you can take lessons from them. And I think that that's going to give you a lot of experience, because they're gonna be able to tell you what you need to know now. They're going to be able to direct you to, you know, things that you need to, you know, things you need to do and things like that. So I would highly recommend looking into something like that versus going to an online school. Also, a quick note on schools that promise to give you a kit. One thing to keep in mind is that a lot of times the kits that they give you aren't going to be very useful because they're not going to be very good quality products. So you want to keep that in mind, that, you know, if you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to pay for school and that's going to be it, you need to keep in mind that you're going to have to, you don't have to do it all at once, but you will have to invest money in your kit, and you're also going to have to invest money in building your portfolio. I have a video on that as well. You're going to have to invest money in these things. So make sure that you're budgeting accordingly, that you know that, okay, you know, I'm going to set X amount aside for makeup, X amount aside for my portfolio, so that when you, whether you go to school or not, that you have that money set aside so that you will be able to get started and really be able to hit the ground running when it comes to actually making a living as a makeup artist. So, you know, having a kit from these schools may not help you that much, so they're going to be like cheap products. I think something that people don't realize is that as a professional makeup artist, the makeup that you use is going to a lot of times be different than the makeup you use for everyday life or makeup you use for yourself, because things have to be taken into consideration. How do certain products react with certain lighting and flash photography, and how do certain things work with high definition and things like that. And you know, you want to keep that in consideration when you're talking about the products that you're going to use in your kit. So, you know, and also, you know, schools that promise, I don't know if they do this for online schools, but some schools promise a portfolio to get your portfolio started. Ask who the photographer is, because if the photographer, if it's just a janitor with a handy cam or something, that's really not going to help you out. So, you know, just investigate, you know, make sure that you're making the right decision. But personally, my conclusive decision on the matter is that I would not recommend anyone to go to an online school. Sorry, I just wouldn't. You know, if you're gonna do some type of online lessons with someone, that's fine, but as far as paying thousands of dollars and things like that, no. If you want to do like an online video consult with someone, like I'm gonna be introducing soon, that's one thing, but that's definitely that's, you know, there's only certain things that you're going to be able to get. So make sure that if you're going to do something like that, it's going to be personalized to you. But, you know, as far as like these cookie cutter schools, I wouldn't do it. So that's my opinion on online schools. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below in the description box, in the comment box. And also, there's a girl on YouTube who went to an online school. Her name is Sexy Candy Eyes. I've been watching her for years. I really enjoy her videos, and I'm gonna post a link down below to her video and her experience with her online makeup school, so that you guys can have the opinion of someone who's actually been to an online makeup school. So thank you for watching. As always, I'll see you guys next week. Be sure to leave your questions and comments down below. I love to read them and answer them, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.